Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So it's my birthday and I wanted to do some birthday nails, and what better kind of birthday nails to do than cocktail nails? Yep, that's right, because I will be cocktailing it all by myself thanks to Corona. No Coronas over here will be had, that's for sure. I don't like beer and I don't like Corona. But I did do some pretty awesome nails and I wanted to share them with you guys. So if this is something you want to learn, keep watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, or insight, post them below in the comment section. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so for this design you're going to need a clear acrylic, and then you're also going to need a cover pink or cover peach or a semi-transparent like I prefer. I will link my Baby Boomer Faded French video below so that you guys can get just more detail as to why I like a semi-transparent and just how I make my own. So that's what I'm going to be using in this design as well. And then getting into the fun stuff, I've got these FIMO pieces. So both of these I'm sure I've purchased probably on eBay. I will try to find links for you guys. They both have a lot of different fruit in them, but this one like has dragon fruit, for example, and some little pineapple pieces. And it's a bit brighter of colors, like you can see the little strawberries there are really bright pink. So I wanted this one because it had the brighter colors, and then this one is more, I don't know if I would say more realistic, but it just has different ones because it has the watermelon and it has the little leaves for like the mojitos. It has honeydew melons, things like that. So I'll try to find links for you guys below, and post them below, but I'm pretty sure I got them on eBay many moons ago. So now getting into the actual alcoholic beverages that I'm going to be putting on these nails or trying to emulate anyways. So the first one is the mojitos. So I've got some lime slices and the leaves as in to represent the mint, obviously. And then I'm just going with two different glitters. So I've got this one here that has like a gold kind of hint to it. And then this one is a matte neon green with some gold kind of shards. Once I take the lids off, you'll be able to see them sparkle better once I do start getting into the actual tutorial and doing the nails. Next, we've got the Mimosa. So obviously I've just got some little orange slices here. And then for glitters, I've got a very fine, I don't even have that much left of this one, but it's a very fine glitter. It's got a little bit of gold in it. And then these are the orange shards. Also, they sort of pick up a little bit of gold. And for the strawberry daiquiri, I've got the strawberries and some little lime pieces, and I wanted to make this one a bright pink, so I've picked out two of my glitters that are bright pink. So I've got this one here. It's a fine glitter, very fine, bright pink, and it's got some of these pieces in there. And then I just pulled this one out just in case I wanted to add some more of these chunky holographic iridescent glitters. And then we have Sangria. So with the Sangria, I just chose several different pieces of fruit. Now, one thing I will mention also is I'm going to use my little blade here. I think I need to tighten it up. Yes. And I'm going to actually cut some of them. So like, for example, I will cut the apple in half, and maybe the lemon I'll cut in half, just to make it look a little different. It kind of adds a little extra detail when you cut some of them. And then for the glitter, I've just got this one here, which is really pretty. Again, once I take the lid off, you'll be able to see it better. It's like I don't know if you would call it a fuchsia, but it's also got little sort of iridescent purpley bits and more pink bits. And then this one is a matte fuchsia color as well. And last but not least, probably my favorite drink out of all of them is the Pina Colada. So I found these little pineapple ones in the one jar. Now they do have more of an orange hue to them, but that's totally fine. And then I found these actually in the other jar, and I wasn't sure what kind of fruit they were, but I thought, you know what, they kind of look like a pineapple slice. So what I did was I just took my very, very tiny little drill bit or e-file bit, and I drilled a hole through the middle just to represent cutting out like the core of the pineapple. And then another one I actually cut so you would have like little niblets of corn, oh my gosh, it does look like corn actually. Not corn, pineapple. So I don't even know if that's what they call them. Do they call them niblets in the can when you buy little canned pieces of pineapple? I don't even know. Anyways, so that's what I did. I cut them up to give little pieces of pineapple, not corn. Excuse me. And then as far as the glitter goes, I wanted it to be sort of on the white side. So I grabbed 3 of my matte-ish white glitter. So this one is totally matte. It's very, very fine. This one I would say is a little bit larger in size, and it's got also some sparkle to it, but it also has white matte in it. And then this one is even bigger, and I was hoping that this one, I'm thinking I'll use it as in the coconut to look like the little bits of coconut. And then I also wanted to add a little bit of yellow because when you make a pina colada, it's not stark white. It does have a little bit of yellow. So hopefully that will work out and it'll look like a pina colada. And then you're going to need some tweezers. I found these actually in my drawer. I had been looking for them forever and thought I lost them. I will link them below as I'm pretty sure I got them on eBay. You obviously will need a monomer of choice, and I'm still using my Joann's, the big one, acrylic brush. It's a very, very nice brush. I have glitter all over my hands. Life of a nail tech. And then you may need to use some cellophane. So basically, when you apply the FIMO pieces, oftentimes, you know, our nails are, not oftentimes, always, our nails are curved, right? And the little FIMO pieces might just sit completely flat on the nail and then they poke out. So what you do once you apply, I mean, I'll show you when I do it as well, but when you apply the FIMO pieces, you'll then put the cellophane over and sort of pull it and press it down. You can do it with gel as well. You just would have to cure after this part. And then you would let the acrylic completely cure. And then when you pull it off, the FIMO has taken the shape of the nail. So that's a little tip and trick. Now, I haven't used FIMO, oh my gosh, for years. It's been a very long time. I did actually do cocktail nails many, many years ago. I would have to try to find them in my archive because I don't even know which ones I did, which type of cocktails I did. But now, lastly, you need a top coat. I am going to do these nails shiny, so I am using my Young Nails Stain Resistant, still my favorite. Now in the videos, as I've mentioned before, I do not use the Stain Resistant. I actually have a few old top coats in my drawer that I don't use on clients, so for the purpose of the videos, I use those. But if you notice the lid is different when I'm applying it, that is why. Now that, I believe, is it for products. So hang in there, guys. We're going to get started. So we're going to start off with our little mojito nail, and I just wanted to show you guys the glitters without the lid so you get a better close-up look. So as you can see, this one has a little bit of gold in it. It's a really, really pretty color. I wish I knew where I got it because when I run out, I'm going to want more. And this one is a neon matte, chunkier, hexagon-y shape. Hexagon-y is a word I just created, and it actually has a couple of different colors of green, but it isn't really picking up in the camera. It does have a little bit of a lighter and then more of a neon, and then it's got the little shards, and there's also a fine glitter in there, so it's a pretty nice mix. Now we're going to start off first by applying a bead of the Cover Peach, Cover Pink, semi-transparent, whatever you choose to use, at the cuticle area, and we're going to feather it down. Now this does not need to be a super, super thick layer or anything like that, so we're going to press the bead in, apply, and feather it down, and I can see there's a piece of glitter in there, so I'm gonna grab that little sucker out of there. Now, part of the reason, and again, there is more info in my baby boomer tutorial, but The reason I like this semi-transparent is because I find that it grows out so nicely with the natural nail. So again, check out that video and it goes into a little more detail. All right, so we've got that on. Now, ideally, I do prefer, when it comes to my fine glitters, to actually mix them in a little pot. I've got one here on the side. You guys have seen them in my other videos, my custom mixes. So I've just added glitter to a clear and made this custom mix here. This is actually a really pretty color. I need to use it for something that I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to. But anyways, I do prefer to mix the glitter in with the acrylic and have it in a little pot. But I didn't want to mix a ton of new glitters, so I also wanted to show you guys that you can just use the raw glitter and dip your clear acrylic into the glitter. So I'm going to show you that now. So basically you just dip your wet brush into your clear. You don't need a lot. Let's see if I can. So it's just a little bit. So I'm just going to re-grab that because it had started to cure already. And then I dip into the glitter, filling it quite full. And then I roll the color, or the bead, excuse me, on the nail with the glitter upwards. And then you just start to kind of pat it in and it'll start to mix on the nail. Now we're going to do an ombre effect or a faded glitter effect on every single one of these nails. So that's what I'm just doing now. I'm just taking that glitter and fading it upwards. And you do have to work, you know, in smaller batches when you do it this way, little tiny bits. But if you don't have a lot of space, you know, or a lot of room in your drawers to just be making custom mixes all the time, you can just do this method and then you don't have to worry. You just keep your glitter, your raw glitter, separate. So keep applying the glitter until you're happy with the fade. I'm going to go a little ways up. Now, because the glitter is, oh, this color is so beautiful. I hope it's picking up in the camera. But because it's still wet, I'm now going to just take my brush, dip it into the neon colors, and add some of those. Now, we don't want too many because we don't want to cover up that really pretty glitter underneath. So I'm just adding a few, fading them up just like we did with the fine glitter. And then if your acrylic is still wet, you can start applying your FIMO pieces. Sometimes you can pick them up with the brush and other times you can't, and they can be a little finicky. So I'm just going to press them in using my tweezers. They are a little bit hard to work with sometimes. So now I can feel as I'm pressing that my acrylic is starting to harden, so I may have to at some point here add some clear. And of course it's a little harder to press on these nails that are just being held on by this little tip. So I'm just going to actually squeeze from underneath. And again, as you can see, I've cut some pieces in half. And I don't believe that I will have to use the cellophane on this design because they are laying quite flat and you're going to cap and clear. So now I'm going to add a little bit of clear acrylic over here because I don't have anything for it to stick to, and I'm going to grab another lime slice, stick that there, and I'm going to do one more little half slice over here. And you can also use your tweezers to just kind of press them, because this one you can see is kind of popping up. So I am going to press that one in and just hold it there. This is where you could use the cellophane. I just think that trying to use the cellophane while I'm using this little tip holder is going to be a little bit harder to do, but I will try to do it on one of the other nails. All right, so then the next step would just be to cap in clear. And next we are going to work on the Mimosa nail. I just wanted to give you guys a closer look into these pretty orange glitters that we're going to use. And we're basically going to use the exact same steps that we did with the Mojito. We're going to apply the cover pink and then our glitters and then cap and clear. So basically I'm going to show you how to use the cellophane, excuse me. Hopefully it'll hold onto this tip holder here. So basically I might actually take it off and just use my hand. So you just want to, you can see I'm pulling it very tightly, and we are going to just leave that as tight as we can. I've just taken it off my little thing here just because it's a little harder to use on there. And you just want to make sure, sorry, I'm totally out of frame, guys. But you just want to make sure you can see how it's contouring to the nail. So I'm just going to hold that on there until it cures, and then I will remove it. So I have removed the cellophane, and as you can see, they are laying nice and flat. So it makes it a lot easier then to cap and clear, which is what we're going to do next. And the next nail is the Strawberry Daiquiri. So again, I just want to show you the glitter without the lid so you can see the beautiful sparkliness of it all. And again, just the same application, the same steps, starting with the cover pink and then fading the glitter up. And now we're going to do the Sangria nails. So again, I just wanted to show you this glitter and how pretty it is. This one is super, super pretty, and this one is again just a matte kind of chunky glitter. And last but not least is the Pina Colada nail. So what I'm going to do is actually start with the really fine white, then add the medium grind or grit, I guess you would say. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the yellow. And then I want to add this bigger one as the coconut pieces on top. So hopefully it works out. That's the plan. All right, so first off, of course, we're going to start with our cover pink, or semi-transparent in my case, and then go from there. So now, as I mentioned, if you wait until it's completely cured, the cellophane comes off very easily. There's no sticking, there's no nothing. It comes off very, very easily. Alright guys, so I've got them all shaped and buffed and ready for top coat. The best part, of course, the big reveal. Well guys, thanks for watching another video. So I would love to know if any of you guys celebrated your birthdays during this whole quarantine, self-isolation, COVID-19 situation. And if so, how did you celebrate your birthday? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to click the like and subscribe. And if you know someone else who would want to watch this video, please share it and have a great day.